Hi, my name's Aaron. I'm an ultra runner, running coach and massive travel geek, and this is my new YouTube channel because there's not enough running YouTube channels out there apparently. I'm sure another one won't hurt. I don't know what this channel's going to be called yet, so if anyone's got any suggestions, maybe stick them in comments. Style. I'll pick a name potentially, or I'll just pick one for myself. It's just being lazy, isn't it? Getting you guys to do it. Oh shit! Who put a gate up there? What bizarre place to put a gate, hanging in the air. Made a friend already. That's nice. Subscribe. You gonna subscribe? Probably not. He's not interested. So why am I doing this now? And more to the point, does YouTube have space for a formerly reasonably fast, currently pretty slow, fat 46-year-old northerner? Maybe not, who knows? Maybe that's some kind of specialist niche that people like. We'll see, eh? But yeah, why am I doing it? Like, what's the point? So some of you may know, who know me personally, we're going through big changes at the moment, personally, lifestyle changes. Myself and my wife, Frankie, who has her own channel, Frankie Finds Freedom. We've just sold our house. We've sold more or less all our personal possessions. I'm praying, despite being completely atheist, I'm praying for redundancy from work. But even if that doesn't happen in the not too distant future, we're just going to go travelling on a pretty much semi-permanent basis. And for me personally, that comes with it the bonus that I'll be able to get to run all over the world. Starting in the UK for a little bit, but then we're going to head over to Europe, Northern Africa, and maybe even little bits of Asia initially. We're building a new camper van, so that'll be exciting, and so I'll be having adventures from there at least for a couple of years, and then maybe we'll go further afield. I appreciate that might seem like a pretty big and drastic life change, so it's something we've been looking at doing for years. I didn't stop my watch. What's wrong with me? It's something we've been looking at doing for years. We've wanted to retire early, and always looked at retiring at maybe like in our 50s. And then a few things have happened over the last couple of years that have just made us think, you know what, let's just do it as soon as we can. You know, the main one being my dad died last year, really suddenly. He was a fit and healthy bloke. Went out on a bike ride one day, had a stroke, and then unfortunately 11-12 days later he passed away. That's had a big impact on us. And then there's other things as well. I'm starting to lose my hearing, which has quite a bigger impact than I thought it would actually. So loads of little things have happened, a few big things have happened, and it's just made us think, do you know what, let's just do it now while we can and enjoy life. You know, my dad got 3 months of retirement, he was 67, and life was cut short. So, and I think of all the people out there, he would be the one who'd like our new adventure the most. So it's a bit sad he's not here to see it, but I'm sure he'd appreciate it nonetheless. Oh, look at these. You've got to have 3 blackberries on your run if you can. Why can't I say blackberries? What's wrong with me? Oh, I'm going to fall in a bush. You don't need to wash your blackberries. Overrated. They're nice actually. I thought they'd be a bit too early for them. Lovely. By way of a background for those of you who don't know me, so I'm currently 46. I do a lot of running, mostly ultra running and all trail running. You won't find me on the roads most of the time. I'm usually hoying my ass up a big hill like this. But yes, I'm an ultra runner mostly, but the last few years have been a bit tricky, a bit tough. When I was a kid, I ran for West Yorkshire a couple of times. I ran at the Northern Schools Cross Country Championships, so I was selected to run for that. So I was a pretty decent runner, I was in really good shape. And then when I got a bit older, got into my 20s, I settled down and started putting weight on. And I found myself at 38, about 20 stone. And obviously not doing much running at 20 stone. So I decided I needed a change. I've been to Cape Town for work, and in Cape Town they had the Ultra Trail Cape Town, and I don't know if they do it anymore, but at the time one of the races was 65k, which is 40 miles. So I said to my wife, right, I'm going to go back to Cape Town, the race just happened to be like a few days before my 40th birthday. So I'm going to go back to Cape Town. I'm going to do that 40 miler. And I did. I dropped out at 26 miles, but I went back and achieved more than I thought I would. And just for the record, I got even fitter and went back a year later and did the 100k and finished it. And by my early 40s, I was down to 11 stone. I was in pretty decent shape. I was doing pretty well. I was coming in the top 2 or 3 in some races, sort of ultras, that kind of thing. Then unfortunately things just, life happened, I suppose is the phrase they use, isn't it? Good old life happened. And so at the moment, sheep are scared of me for some reason. Do you know what? I don't even know what I weigh. Probably 14 stone. Somewhere around there, I would guess. And so part of the reason behind this channel is just to keep me accountable, to sort of document me getting back in shape. I don't want it to be all about weight and numbers, although, you know, that's hopefully part of it, but more just about my fight to get back to where I was before, or somewhere close. I'm not getting any younger. So for now, we're just going right back to basics. Low mileage, easy runs, and build it up slowly. So I did 15 mile last week, I'm doing 20 mile this week, nothing major. Yeah, definitely no road running. This is usually the sort of terrain you'll find me slogging my way up. I've got to get all the way up there, skip some more. I also just want to document some of the amazing places I've run, either in races or just training or whatever. Been out to Chamonix quite a few times, done a lot of running out there, which I absolutely love. Can't wait to get in the van and go to more places like that in Europe. But also further afield, as I mentioned, I've been out and run in Cape Town a couple of times. The Ultra Trail Cape Town. What an amazing race. If you ever get the opportunity to do that, I can highly recommend it. Absolutely loved it. I've been out to New Zealand, Tarawera, and I've even run in some slightly stranger places like Lebanon. I did a little 5k race out there that was weirdly part of the women's marathon. I don't really know how that works, but yeah, it was cool. And I think one of the other things I might do is, because I'm going to be moving around a lot and travelling all over the place, I might see if I can find routes on Strava. People, you know, local people that have run routes, and just run their route and see what it's like. Maybe tag them in it, or if perhaps if I tell people where I'm going to be, people can suggest routes, or even go show me around if they really want to. One other thing I might do is I might include some training and general running tips in there. As I said earlier, I'm a running coach. I'm qualified with England Athletics. I think one thing that I definitely won't be doing on the channel is gear reviews. In fact, I'll do a review of this hat right now. This is going to be my only bit of gear review I ever do, right? This is a merino hat that I bought in Schladming in Austria. Love it there, by the way. But anyway, I bought this hat. Protect the mountains. Don't protect them, protect them. This was a really expensive hat. It was like nearly 40 quid, I think. And it's useless. Tiny bit of wind, look, and it's either like that or if it's blowing over your face. So that's my gear review. Whatever brand that is. Load of old crap. So no gear reviews. And the reason behind that is because, I mean, essentially we're going to be retired soon. We've got a pot of money that we think / hope can last us until I can claim my private pension. And so I'm going to really have to make gear last. You know, that might mean buying second-hand gear and stuff like that. So no gear reviews, or it's unlikely anyway.
Lap 3, 14:02.
Oh, stupid watch. Shut up. As I said, I've raced all over the world. Done some really cool races, and I intend to keep up with that. As and when I can afford to, and I'll take you along. And I think I'll probably try to do a few challenges as well, sort of self-supported challenges. Those have always sort of seemed to suit me better in some ways. I'd quite like to do the Bob Graham, for example. I'll do it on my own. I'm not bothered about being an official member of the club. I'll just do it on my own and get Frankie to support me around. See what I mean about this hat? Stupid hat. So there we go. That's what the channel will be all about. So, in summary, the channel is going to be about me trying not to be fat, me trying not to fall over up mountains, me giving you advice that I don't necessarily follow myself, and me trying not to come last in races. So if that sounds like your kind of a thing, give us a follow or subscribe. I think I already know where I'm going to be next week. I think it'll be my last ever run up Pen Ghent, or at least my last run up Pen Ghent for quite a while. It's a special place for me. My dad's ashes are scattered up there, so I won't get a chance to run up there for quite some time, so I think I'll head on up there. But it's a really nice route, it's not too long, so I'll take you along with me. See you next week.